that man does it again. Mitch Haniger with his 8th walk-off in team history, chat. And that means that he has a new record for the Seattle Mariners' most walk-offs in a career with the Seattle Mariners. What a game, Joe.
Dude, games that we did not deserve to win, I would say. Leading up into that point in the 9th, it was just, we'd been, 3 hits the entire time? It's not looking good, bruv, the entire time. It was just terrible. Dorian, oh my, Mojo-versary? Sheesh.
On my Mojo.
Oh, I thought it said oh my. Well, I thought he was excited about the Mojo-versary, less about the win. Either way, Dorian, appreciate you remembering my guy. Yeah, dude, crazy game. Definitely needed it. The entire, 1 through 8th inning, definitely can't condone the baseball that I watched. I wish I could erase it from my memory, but hey, a win's a win at the end of the day.
Yeah, dude, Seattle Chris, $2. Mitch belongs on this team, heart and soul. He has a place on this team for the time being. Absolutely. What else are you gonna do? Julio's still not back yet. I think that at this point you keep him. Mason
with the 5
gifty to Danny, to Onzilla. Nope, not Onzilla. To Danny, to Taylor, to Tim, to Brad, and to Michael.
And obviously before that, Seattle Chris with the $2. Mitch belongs on the team, heart and soul. You read that, but it just hasn't popped up yet. Facts.
Yeah, no, I think that this game, a lot of people are like, oh, walk-off air. It's not an air. That's a base hit all day long. That's a double. That's how base hits work in baseball. That's a base hit.
It was. I'm a little surprised, I guess, at the decision by the right fielder to make the effort there to try and. It's a game-winning catch. It, like you kind of said it right before we went live. Like, that's make or break situation. With everything how this game went, specifically going back to the first inning, Zach McKinstry, Colt Keith making 2 great plays.
Right.
Everything in my body said, yep, he's making that diving catch and we're going to lose on heartbreak. But that does not occur, and we pull out a dub.
William, by definition, that is a base hit. You are incorrect. Final answer. You're wrong.
What if the scorers they change it, or is it ruled an error right now?
It's a base hit. It doesn't matter if it's ruled an error. It will be changed to a base hit one way or another.
That's
if you dive for a ball and don't catch it, that's a base hit. Final answer.
He did. It did hit off like it was like tailing underneath his glove. It's definitely. I would lean it being a base hit. It's just, it's a hard play to make, dude.
Even if he had played it on the hop, like Funny Money's saying, that you still tie the game on that. There's 2 outs, the runners are going on contact. $9.99 from Carson, just saying woo. Agreed, Carson. Agreed, man. Whew. Agreed. That's kind of where we're at too. Can we get some smooches bros in the chat for everyone that's throwing out gifties and
some smoochies
to the gang here? What a bunch of homies.
Mason is announcing it as a base hit based on his playing experience.
That's a base hit. There's zero question about that. That's a base hit. And no matter what, even if that baseball gets down, the game is tied. So in my opinion, he made the right move diving for that ball. Like that ball gets down, even if the Mariners don't win the game on that, then they have to go into the 10th and you got Munoz coming in. Mariners probably win that game anyway. Munoz, I would assume, holds the line at that point, Yeah.
Micah, member for 3 months. Just Justice Sheffield as the little message there. Sure, Justice Sheffield. Why not?
I have a fun story about Justice Sheffield since we're here. So Joe, you probably remember that before we were Mariner Mojo, this channel was named Base Knock Analytics.
Correct.
Where I posted 1 or 2 videos. One about war and one about, maybe it was just the one. And I had created a video was getting ready to create a video that was going to be called, Do You Smell What the Chef is Cooking?
No way.
With Justice Sheffield. Yeah.
Oh, that's...
With Justice Sheffield as who I was going to be talking about. Yep.
I'm glad that video never saw the light of day.
Yep, me too. I wonder. I might still have the thumbnail.
Oh, please do not go looking for it.
Talk to the friends really quick. Hold on.
I will definitely talk to the friends. Locked in on my drive home from work. Wouldn't miss a string for anything. Tridents are all the way up. Ian, appreciate that, dog. Got my trident up behind me. Should have been turned down from the days before, but it wasn't. I'll admit it. I didn't turn it upside down, but we're here now after a dub. Okay, we're feeling good. Al checked on the score and the bottom of the ninth. Trust me. As soon as I don't know. I mean, how the internet was kind of shaping up was as soon as Rayleigh's little check single hits the bag, it's like, okay, there's hope. And then Randy singles first and third. It's like, okay, don't give me hope. And then the most basically, as much as you could predict, back-to-back strikeouts to really just nail the coffin in and set it up for what's Chef cooking. No way you made that thumbnail, dude. That's insane. Make that video right now. But take yourself back to when you were going to, all the way back in 2021. Paxton returns. Lord have mercy. Those are some relics right there. I will say, okay, stop it. I will say Justin Turner's strikeout, yikes. The slider he swung on was a big old yikes.
It was bad.
Dude, what's up with your camera? You are in Dune right now. You were like, you're so orange. You're so orange.
I look like that.
I have no idea,
dude,
man.
Eric, haven't caught a stream in a while, but glad to celebrate with y'all. Go Mariners. Dude, Eric, appreciate the $9.99 chat. Oh,
Eric.
$9.99 smooches, bro. Right back to you, Eric. Appreciate it, man. Can we play the video? I don't think I ever actually made the video, is the thing.
Well, now you need to make a video. Make it
what's the chef cooking?
I'm telling you, go back, transport yourself back in time to when you would have made that video about Justice Sheffield's what you were going to say, and it'll be like a, like a time capsule that you dig up 10 years later.
What's wrong with Major League Baseball with the Dodgers and Pirates?
That is certainly a thumbnail of all times. Looking like he got back from Hawaii. What, the baseballs?
I don't know. Oh, I got a meme of Kevin Mather.
Seattle Chris, we're not doing that, all right? We don't need to. We're not begging for donos or anything crazy. What's up, gang?
Joe.
Mariners hype. What's up, gang?
You should donate $100, Joe.
No.
What date are? Fireworks night tomorrow. What about it?
I think that's when Andrews...
Oh, you're going to the San Francisco series. Oh. Day Holy Grail. What a name. It's
a fire name. Season's back on. I mean, this is a win that you needed to get. This is getting swept by the Tigers at home. I don't want to say I'm ready to write the team off as they're a game back, but this is a big morale boost, I would say, going forward. The Mets have played the best baseball, I think. What was the graphic on the Penn report tonight? Since July 14th or something?
The best record.
Yeah, the best record since, I think it was the middle of July. Maybe it was probably around the All-Star break. So that doesn't actually make sense. Maybe it was June 14th? There's no way they played that many games since July 14th. Is what my brain just went to. But you needed a win after throwing up 3 stinkers in a row to really hopefully get some momentum going into the Mets series. But a Phoenix? God, no.
I feel like we need it after that game.
I'm going to do it really quietly.
Count me down.
3, 2, 1. They can't even hear you. They can't hear you. They can't hear you.
Hold on.
It's just no, don't. Oh, God.
How was that?
It was probably really good. It was the last 50 games. Thank you, Kank. Yeah, that makes sense. They were 33 and something or another. I don't remember. But the Mets are a good baseball team. The Tigers, I mean, I would say that they're not a good baseball team, but they just beat you at home. But they're not a good baseball team. The first game just did not do enough against a rookie pitcher. And then, of course, the second game we all knew, not all knew, but if there's one game you can single out against Scooble, you're going to lose that game. And Kirby only goes 5.
Problem. Yeah, I have no problem losing game 2.
That game, it's okay, sure. It's one that you're all right, makes sense. Move on to the next one. You're lucky that you come away with a walk-off 3-run double courtesy of Mitch Haniger in this game.
Yeah, and
correct, Richard.
I don't care how many hits you get through innings. If you win the game, I could care less. As long as you win the game. When you look at it, I think when you think about it, Joe, if you just take one of the wins from Philly and put that in the Tigers series and put one of the losses from the Tigers series, like if
Mhm.
you were to look at this homestand and be like, oh, the Mariners are, what would that be, 4-3? No, I'm sorry, 3-3 so far.
Yeah, they're 500 on the homestand.
Yeah, it was a 6-game so far. Yeah, you're 500 on the homestand. You'd assume, honestly, I'd look at it without any context. I'd say, oh, they probably swept the Tigers, got swept by the Phillies.
Sure, just go
That's what I would assume.
like complete like opposite ends of like how those series went for each other, kind of a thing.
Yeah. Sodcast, even if he keeps the ball in front of him, that's a tie baseball game. So
I think it was maybe Mitchell say earlier, it was hit pretty hard. It is Randy on second. He's got good speed. As soon as the ball's hit, he's got to be busting it out of like he is moving. I feel like even if he keeps the ball in front of him, it's gonna have to be a good throw at least to have a chance to gun him out. Yeah, I mean, Randy's running on that no matter what, I'd say. And given how he was kind of like playing it, I mean, it's a short hop that he's got to keep in front of him. If he bobbles it, then of course he's scoring, kind of a thing. So it's like, I get the idea of like, we got lucky in that situation. I don't necessarily disagree, but as you said, Colton, a win is a win. Daydara, I will answer your damn question. My drive home was great. I listened to people play trivia on YouTube for 13 hours. That's all I listened to. I didn't listen to music. I just listened to people talk about sports trivia for 13 hours. And the drive was great. So.
Richard, obviously we'd rather they win that baseball game. No shit. But if they're going to lose a game, if it's to Tarek Skubal, I understand.
And there was a game that they had they lost, 6-2 in the second game? So, like, they had every opportunity, not every opportunity, but they had opportunities, specifically Polanco in the 7th with 2 runners on. He hits a weak grounder, and they don't make anything of it. Don't chase Skubal before he can complete the 7th inning. They had chances in that game. Jonathan Hernandez in the 9th. Of course, that's like the big, like, oh, why didn't they go to Jimmy Garcia? Pitched fine in this one. Like, yeah, there's a lot of what ifs, ands, and buts. Like, if shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I'm not gonna like lose sleep over it. Had I preferred they go to Garcia yesterday and then maybe use someone else in today's game? Maybe, but does the outcome stay the same? I don't know. And there's no way for us to know. All it is like, yep, they won this game. They lost yesterday. Jonathan Hernandez got DFA'd. Oh well. I understand like the frustrations behind the bullpen management. I mean, I literally retweeted Switch's tweet of like the Stephen A. Smith thing. I mainly just thought the video was funny. But like, yeah, the bullpen management has definitely been just a crapshoot for like, however long.
It was a tough look. I think that obviously if Parker Meadows doesn't make probably a top 3 to top 5 play of the year, that game goes very differently because then you have Munoz in the 9th instead. And that game that play alone had the biggest effect, in my opinion, on that game. Nonetheless, like over everything. Don't get me wrong. Do I think that Jimmy Garcia probably should have been pitching? Yeah, probably. You're down by 1.
Yeah.
Right. Like I understand that he had pitched it. I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with him pitching today after not pitching yesterday. Seems weird.
Yeah, that just felt like a Scott like power play.
At the same time, they had 9 outs to work with and he pitched today, whereas before they had 3.
Yeah, I think so.
Like I understand that there was 2 extra innings to go out there and go out there and try to win a baseball game, and they ended up doing it obviously. And Jimmy Garcia was great today. I also don't disagree with though the fact that he is coming off of being injured for a lot of this season, and you got to be careful with him because Jimmy Garcia has a big impact on this team the rest of the way. And if you make it to the playoffs, he's an important guy to have in your bullpen in the playoffs. So if you go out there and you burn him up now, you're kind of screwed because you don't have the other guys back into your bullpen other than Munoz right now. And obviously Santos is, once he's back off the injured list, who knows? So
I think so. Going off what Yuri's saying, just like, I think to put a little bow on the bullpen talk, Munoz and Garcia hadn't pitched since the 3rd and the 4th. They were rested, could have used one yesterday. In that same logic, then you're using Munoz in the 7th inning in this game. That never happens. Like, that's never going to happen. Munoz is never going to go out there in the 7th inning. He's 8th and 9th. I mean, unless it's like the playoffs and you are really needing him to shut down a specific 3 sets of batters. Like in this situation, sure, could you have used Munoz yesterday because you didn't have to end up using him today? Yes, like that's probably the situation where it works out fine. But it's just yesterday, my big thing, I feel like they could have gone Colin Snyder another inning, or at least like tried to extend it for another out or two to try and, mitigate any not wanting to use of Garcia or Munoz yesterday. But I don't really know. I saw Dumb Lego Guy say howdy, fellas, earlier. So what's up, Dumb Lego Guy? Hey, you just said that. He said that earlier, and then you just did that. W.
Yep, it's true.
W.
Cracked open a Miller High Life. Let's go, Eric. Let's go. What's up, Evan? Hey, man. Did you know that Justin Turner's grand slam hit a fan square in the head? I did. I don't know what the hell bro was looking at. Like,
wasn't the ball.
It looked like he was looking directly at the ball, and then all of a sudden it just hit him. What are you doing? Weird.
W's in the chat. W's in the freaking chat, Evan.
Randy had a great at-bat in the ninth. He did. He had an amazing at-bat in the ninth. And the fact that he was able to then crack one down to right field, yeah, shout out to Randy.
The first 2 at-bats of the game where he struck out, he had 2 strikeouts early in the game? Didn't look great. And I think I tweeted something early on, and then someone's like, what's up with Randy taking blah, blah, blah? Like, does he redeem himself from those first 2 at-bats with that hit? I'd say so.
Yes. Yeah.
More than, probably. Is Luke really a vampire? My exact thoughts, Mitchell, when I screen grabbed from the broadcast. I mean, broadcast rights and everything in between, but I couldn't find a picture from Mitch that I wanted to use, and, well, Luke Rayleigh just happened to be a vampire in this one. When you come into a game, never.
Dropping a series to the Tigers, good? Do we feel good? How do we feel about winning a series versus the Phillies? The best team in the National League.
I
feel great about it, Critter.
There's definitely the sides of the argument of like you're playing up to a team like the Phillies and then you're playing down to a team like the Tigers. Should they have won the series against the Tigers? Yes. Should they have won the series against the Phillies?
No.
Not necessarily, but they did. Did they lose this one? Yes. Like, you just have to roll with the punches. Unfortunately, the offense didn't really do the team enough favors, I'd say, in the first 2 games to really, I'd say, go out and win a series. I mean, they almost didn't do it in this one, too. Sure, Parker Meadows robbing the home run completely changed the complexion of Game 2. 1,000%. If he doesn't catch that ball, Mariners are winning. They bring in Munoz, and it's probably game over. And you win this series. It's a miraculous catch that I don't know the expected batting average on it or what the chances of him catching it were. I know a lot of people are like up in arms about like Cedeno Rafaela's catch like earlier in the week. They're like, this had an expected blah, blah, blah. It's like, who cares? It's still a crazy catch. Parker Meadows got up for that ball. Like, that completely changed the outcome of that game. And ultimately changed the outcome of this series. Kyle Jones, smile. What's up, bro?
You think if the right fielder fielded that ball, he could have helped the winning run? Yeah. The winning run, yes. The tie run, no. The tying run, no. I think that it was, they were scoring that either way. But yes, if he would have kept that ball in front of him, the winning run does not score. Probably gets to third, maybe stops at second. Hard to say. I mean, the throw's probably coming home on that. But yeah, I think that he could have held up the tying run. Yeah, I don't know what's up with my camera, man.
Ever since I was there and you left for vacation, it's just been messed up. Also, never leave for vacation again. They were terrible on Sunday when you were leaving, and then Tuesday, Wednesday. Now that you're back, miraculously they win. I'm shocked. Color me surprised.
I'm going to color you orange.
I mean, you were literally a highlighter. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I've been there where my camera just like consistently just like change. It's like the white balance, just completely just going in and out. Is it too late for a Phoenix? Felipe, we did one earlier. And Colton will cover you.
It's never too late for a Phoenix, chat. Never too late.
Lucario, yeah, Colton's definitely in your in that thought process. Two outcomes. You dive, you make the catch, you dive, and the game's over. With a loss.
I'm pretty sure Randy was scoring on that.
I'm looking at it right now. By the time the center fielder, Parker Meadows, is getting to the ball, Jesus Lord.
Does that help?
No. Parker Meadows gets to the ball. The camera goes back to home, and Randy is like 2 strides from touching home. So say he fields it in front of him, has to make a great throw on a line. Like, sure, Mitch hit it 98 miles an hour out to right field. I still think with Randy's speed, he's going. As soon as the crack of the bat is hit, he is well on his way to scoring. I don't know if I'll be able to see where he's at, like, when he hits it, but like how big of a lead. I could see him in frame as the pitch is being thrown, right next to the score bug. So his lead's not crazy off second, but it's still, it's enough. It's enough.
If the Elms want 90 wins, they need to go 30-16 over the remaining games. Can they do it? They can do it. But also, I don't care how many wins they have as long as it's one more than any other team in the division. I don't care.
30-16 is a steep ask.
It's a very steep ask.
Have they done it this year? I think so. Earlier on in the year.
Maybe, yeah.
If not close to that. But it doesn't look like the division's going to require much more than, 86 wins? Given where we're sitting at in the standings right now. I mean, we're tied with the Astros at the top. I think based around like win-loss, technically. I'm sure they still have the percentage points on us. Yeah. They're 59-55, we're 60-56. So.
Do I need some aloe vera? I'm actually I'm a little burnt on my face, but it's really my ankles that got. So here's the story, Cha.
You're naturally just a little rosy.
I'm naturally just a little rosy. That is true. But also, I put some sunscreen on my legs, and then I dipped my feet in the water off the boat while we were fishing the whole time, and it washed all that sunscreen away. And so the reflection of the sun off the water burnt my shins and my ankles. Yeah, it's true.
Poor guy. Never stood a chance.
Randy Dandy. He's a Mojovian.
Get the pose going for Randy. Get the pose going. Yeah, you look tough, dude. You look tough doing it. I just look stupid.
Yeah, I hope that. Nah, never mind. I hope we see a certain video soon that was taken at the baseball game.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I think meant tonight. Yeah. I'm like, what are you talking about?
No.
See
me as a mall Santa? Okay, guys.
Colton Rojo, that's funny.
Looking at the series that we have left, obviously the Mets, the rest of this month, Mets, then you fly to Detroit, take on the Tigers, play, then Pittsburgh, then you fly to LA. What a stupid road trip.
Oh, here it comes. The scheduling complaints of the 2024 season. Here we go.
So you go Detroit, and then you fly to Pittsburgh, and then you fly back to LA and face the Dodgers. Then you come home and face the Giants.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Please use sunscreen. Oh, I put on sunscreen all the time.
He's careful about his skin. He doesn't play. He doesn't play around. So happy to be a Mojovian, Randy. We're happy to have you as Mojovian. Should I put out the members video after this stream?
Sure, man, make it happen.
The one that I was saying that I want to continue to bring if people enjoy it.
I think so, yeah.
I'll do it, dude.
I'll do it.
Don't tempt me.
You'll be representing Mojo Nation in Pittsburgh next weekend. Let's go. Maybe see a poly skiing start, huh? You're driving home, so you can't be in chat, but I'll be Smooch's bro listening. Let's go, Ian. So you'll be Smooch's bro listening.
Getting fed scraps is crazy. Are you kidding me? You've gotten a video a week the entire calendar year of 2024. That's not enough? You should have been a member last year, bro. You guys weren't getting anything.
We didn't do anything.
This is
terrible.
This is a complete 180.
Just got home from the game. How were the vibes, Thunder?
Oh, I'm sure innings 1 through 8 were abysmal.
Yeah. All those videos suck. Colton saves the video. CBH, thanks, man.
Hey, that's Colton right there.
The energy was like we won the pennant. I mean, shit, man, we needed it. We needed it.
Hang the banner. Walked off the Tigers on August 8th.
Let me tell you, I was sitting outside the motorhome watching the games, and I was like, why am I doing this? I should just put my phone away.
Just
I'm
don't
on
even worry about
vacation
it.
right now.
Dorian, I appreciate you defending me here, sir. I appreciate that. Colton, I'm looking at the Mariners when they were at their best. They were 44-31, 13 games above 500. So their best stretch of baseball, I mean, has to come in that area. They were 24-21 on May 17th. So if we go from May 17th to June, what day would that be? June 18th? Yeah. So 17th to the 18th. I'm just going to count the wins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 wins. And I think it's 20-10. They went 20-10. So a 667 win percentage. I think if you're doing 30 and what was it, 16?
Yeah.
You'd have that's close to that. Because it'd be 30-15, right? I don't know if that math checks out that way. They've done it this year. They need another tremendous run from their starting pitching, which has been okay, hasn't been perfect. Wu was going bananas in the beginning of this game, and then in the third inning just decided to, I mean,
Fourth, or no, it's the fifth.
it was the fifth inning, I think.
Fifth inning.
Honestly, like, I wasn't mad about a lot of the pitch location there. I just, like, the Tigers are putting good swings on it.
Yeah.
I was just like, all right, well, there goes the, I mean, one, the perfecto, but also just like, oh, the vibes are now completely shifted.
Did you hear the stat that Goldsmith put out there about his 30 games in the big leagues for Brian Wu?
Oh, was it like amongst like the lowest ERAs in like the first 30 games?
So he has now thrown 30 games in his big league career, so about a full season.
Uh-huh.
He has given up 4 hits or less in 21 of them.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, yeah, I mean, in terms of the teams they have coming up, Critter, I don't necessarily know if I mean, Texas is over 500, but they're not a great baseball team. They just put Scherzer back on the injured list.
They're not over 500.
They're not?
Oh, they're 54-61, my guy.
Oh, they suck. Never mind.
They're terrible.
Yeah.
We'll get swept by them.
Suck. Yeah, probably. But I don't know. I mean, you look at the remaining schedule, you still get to play the Athletics again. You get to play the Tigers again next week. Like,
yeah.
Don't get me wrong. There's still plenty of easier games left. It's just Mariners aren't a great baseball team either. You're always so positive, Mr. Garden. I appreciate that about you.
Just always bringing the vibes.
Yeah. Oh, you got to meet Lyle, which was hype. Now I need to meet you two and Couch GM. Man.
You almost hit the lottery then if you were there on Saturday.
Yeah, if you would have been there on Saturday, you would have met us all at one time, man.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at the schedule, just like who we play. I mean, you've mentioned it a fair amount. I mean, I saw the Paul Skeens. We'll get a Paul Skeens start in there, which will be absolute cinema, whether we like it or not. Like, yeah, the Dodgers exist. The Giants, I feel like at home, that should be okay. The Rays at home should be okay. And like the whole, like, well, we play up, play down to teams. Like, we know how well we played up and down to teams. The thing that's weird is how inconsistent that part has been. Because, sure, I mean, again, it could be a tale of like earlier in the year when the pitching was better, maybe. Like you talk about series wins at the beginning of the year against teams like the Braves, the Diamondbacks weren't as good as they are now, but Diamondbacks, pretty solid baseball team as they stand. We just absolutely torched the White Sox. But then you go out and lose a series to the Angels, you get swept. I mean, you lose both those series, and then you lose to the Tigers. It's like, okay, what team are you going to get against the bad teams? What team are you going to get against the good teams? And like, there's no real way for us to know right now, which sucks. Cause like going into series, like you have a general idea of like how it's going to go based around like how the team's been performing. When they're so up and down and inconsistent, like there's no pulse on what they should or should not do. We need Julio back, brother. If he's just DHing, I'm in. I am in.
I mean, getting Julio back would be good. I mean, getting JP back, as bad as JP's been this year, you know who's been really bad at home?
At home specifically.
Dylan Moore.
I mean, JP hasn't been great at home either, but still.
Yeah. Like, my goodness. Like, I have a lot more faith in JP putting together good at-bats than Dylan Moore.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, obviously getting Julio back would be a pretty big addition. So,
speaking of Dylan Moore at-bats, when Garver pinch hit single, Rivas pinch runs. I tweeted like I was like instantaneously, oh, like Garver, good hit. Let's tie this up. It had to have been first pitch swinging because it happened so fast. Dylan Moore, just a weak ground ball back up to center, or up the middle of the field, up to second base, and then I quote tweeted it with the picture of me screaming. I
saw that.
It was
funny.
it was too perfect of just a bad situation. It was just hilarious.
Yeah, we need Swags back. I mean, he's out for the year.
Yeah, rip that
maybe
Achilles.
for the vibes, but no comment on him as a baseball player.
We don't need your commentary on it, all right?
Yeah, it's I don't know. I think that, once you get, it's going to be interesting to see how they go about the roster when Julio and JP come back. Like, obviously Leo Rivas is down.
Yeah.
For JP. That's the obvious answer.
Mm-hmm.
Then who goes down for Julio?
Ryan Bliss or Dom Canzone?
Yeah, right. Like you at this point you keep Mitch on the roster, not just because of.
I mean, Mitch has had a good second half.
Nah.
Haniger?
His second half specifically hasn't been great. I actually pulled up his numbers earlier. You ready for his second half numbers?
Yeah.
Second half, he's hitting 205 in 15 games. He has 3 home runs, 9 runs, 4 RBI.
Hit me with that slug.
18 strikeouts.
Hit me with the slug.
Hold on, let me scroll down because it's not right here. I can give you his WRC plus. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? He's had a 130 WRC plus, so
let him cook. Let him cook.
Slugging 432, OPS 784, so nothing crazy, but not bad.
Yeah.
Had a 352 OBP.
I was contemplating putting out a tweet when Haniger was on deck. Do they pinch hit Dom here?
I thought they might.
I really thought I thought they might be mad enough to do it.
Well, I mean, the thing is he's been good against righties. So
yeah,
like
the reverse splits Haniger's been going crazy.
Yeah, he's hitting 233 versus righties compared to 155 versus lefties. So yeah, that's the one. I think that's the one reason why they didn't do it. Mm-hmm. And he's been so clutch throughout his entire Mariners career. So like, I mean, he has a 114 WRC plus versus right-handed pitchers. Like, that's a good baseball player. So.
Dom had his batting gloves on. There you go.
Did he?
We were all thinking it, even himself. Harry Ford's not happening in Supersonic. I'm sorry, buddy.
Nah, he's not ready. Harry Ford ain't ready.
It's not getting
there. What's a good average and bad slugging?
Luis Arise. Ichiro Suzuki.
Stephen Kwan. Although Stephen Kwan's slugging's been better this year.
Arise, his batting average is 303. His slugging is 375.
What's his OBP though?
329. He's got a 99 OPS plus on the year. Yeah, so it's like,
that's rough.
It's not, you need the slug to be over 400 for sure. Yeah. I'd say. Legit has an OPS under 700? Almost. Or unless it's updated to today, Dorian, then yeah. If he had a bad day today.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing about Ichiro's career, man, is obviously first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt. Next year, right?
I think so.
I think that's why WAR and WRC plus they don't tell the whole story of players specifically of that caliber, because they do not take into account just how often these guys impact a game, and so.
Dorian Bro did just ask if Senja's ready. Micah, Senja will not be ready at least until the end of 2025 would be my earliest timetable on him, if I'm being real. I wouldn't expect Senja to be anywhere near the bigs at least until at the end of 2025, barring like big setbacks, or 2026 early on. And also, Dorian, no, Farmello, despite you getting his card, is not ready.
Is there anyone in the Mariners organization that can provide a spark to the offense? I mean, honestly, chat, the Mariners offense has been in the top half of baseball since the trade deadline.
Ugh. So, the last 3, I would be interested to see how much the last 3 games leading up to this one have changed that, because I was thinking the same thing. Like, oh yeah, the offense has been okay. I think I said it in the podcast. Like, they're trying to like pull them out from the grave, essentially, like how they were doing earlier in the year, and then shut out by the Phillies, 2 runs in each of the games versus the Tigers in the first 2. Definitely will drag that number back down. Hawk for life. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I mean, in the series they scored what? They scored 8 against the Tigers. obviously shut out by the Phillies, but I mean,
Yeah.
6 in the first or 10 in the first game, 6 in the second game versus the Phillies, like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, you obviously these are buoyed by outlier games where the Mariners score 10. But they've had what at least 2, maybe even 3 of those games since the
Yeah, I
the
mean,
deadline.
they just absolutely shat on the White Sox.
Yeah.
Not hard to do, I guess, but you know, that is definitely a game that you look at like, okay, a little bit of an outlier, but they followed up by putting up 6 two following games as well. So like
Mm-hmm.
that feels more like the range for me where they can score 6, like not at will, but pretty safely on a night where they're not just pressing. The first 2 Tigers games looked like they were pressing just unbelievably in the plate or
Yep.
at the plate. Just nothing was going right. They're just like immediately just like, okay, we're down and out of this game. I saw someone say Robles has been bad. A little bit of regression. The 3-year, 36 million extensions probably not happening. I think Locked On talked about it in one of their podcasts. Like Colby was talking about like 1 year, like 6 or 7 with like incentives and
That's what I've been saying.
with a bunch of incentives and like a mutual option for a second year. Realistically, I mean, yeah, have I just been playing devil's advocate trying to get people to have a conversation about it? Maybe slightly. Would I do it as a bad GM? Like if I was the Rockies, I'm giving Robles 3 years, 36 million this offseason.
and then they're trading like Brendan Rodgers or something like that.
Exactly.
Or
Is
McMahon or
they're
something.
trading Tovar after extending him.
Yeah, yeah,
They'll
yeah.
trade Brenton Doyle after a breakout season to allow them to have space to give Victor Robles full reps in center.
That's right. How close is Julio? Pat McGroin? I mean, I
He was running the bases today.
yeah, it's just tough. It's tough to say because here's the thing with
Facts
Julio.
oriented.
You would rather he be healthy. Like you don't want to bring him back too early and have him re-injure it and have him be out for if you make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to have him 100%. And right now, like that's why I don't necessarily love the idea of him coming back just to DH because the possibility that he's having trouble, they said like turning basically.
Mm-hmm.
Which if you ever sprained your ankle, you get that. Um, and I think that because of that, cutting the bases is going to be tough. I think that I don't know. What I don't want is Julio to come back too early and get hurt. That's the thing I'm worried about the most. So,
Guys, so just
um,
need to clear it up. John DeClasse is no longer in the Mariners organization. We traded into the Blue Jays. Micah, I'm sorry. He doesn't exist in the Mariners organization anymore. Emmanuel Clase is a Mariner. Facts.
let's do it. Sprains are worse than fractures. It's true. Yeah, because it's the tendons instead of the bone. It's true. Sprains are worse than fractures. Do you think Mitch is in the Mariners Hall of Fame now with the franchise? I think he should have been in it prior to that, but yeah, I'm still all in on the send Mitch Haniger to the Mariners Hall of Fame.
I really, for the people that aren't, I don't understand like the train of thought because it feels like a fun thing. Sure, there needs to be some sort of prestige. Like, there's like a guy that was say on the Mariners. How many years do you need it to be? Is it 5?
Four.
Is it only 4? I
Uh-huh.
feel like it has to be 5.
You
Regardless,
you signed me to a 10-year, $700 million contract. Thank you.
yes, thank you. So say it is 4. Okay, a guy like, not to dig at anybody specifically, but like Ryan Roland Smith had 4 years with the Mariners from 2007 to 2010. Should he be in the Mariners Hall of Fame? Probably not. Is it 5? Okay. So yeah, Cruz signing a year or like the day contract to be in it makes sense. Like Haniger coming back, getting a chance to have enough seasons to accumulate or whatever, and then maybe continue the legacy. I mean, cementing himself as the most walk-offs in Mariners history, I think should be enough to get him into the Mariners Hall of Fame. Sure, he's not the best player. Like, would he, like, whoever's in the Hall of Fame right now, is he the worst Mariners player to be in the Mariners Hall of Fame? I mean, there's probably an argument or conversation around it, but like, who cares? It's like a fun thing that, like, yes, you shared a lot of time and moments and cemented certain aspects of your life with this organization. Celebrate it by being in the team's Hall of Fame.
And let me read to you the qualifications to be in the Mariners Hall of Fame. This is from the Seattle Mariners itself. To be eligible for consideration, uniform players, player, manager, or coach should meet the following requirements: active in a Mariners uniform for at least 5 seasons, ceased to be active in the major leagues at least 2 seasons prior to the selection, and then the criteria. The primary criteria for inclusion in the Mariners Hall of Fame for players shall be the on-field impact a player had while in a Mariners uniform. The measure of a player's impact shall primarily be statistical record created by the player. The Mariners will, however, consider other factors such as the statistical impact on the field while in a non-Mariners uniform, whether before or after his Mariners tenure, a player's positive impact on the Northwest community outside the game of baseball, and a player's positive impact in enhancing the image of the Seattle Mariners or Major League Baseball. Mitch Haniger does all that.
Get Hisashi Iwakuma in the Mariners Hall of Fame.
I'm in. Get Rick Riz in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Just start a bunch of Hall of Fame campaigns for guys.
Colby doesn't think that Mitch Haniger is a Hall of Famer. Yeah, well, Colby smells, so.
You said it, not me. Zuriel, I'm going to say no. I'm being honest, I'm going to say no. Seager, he should be in it. Whether or not he accepts will be the hard part. Yeah.
Yep.
Justice Sheffield, Mariners Hall of Famer.
Is Kyle Seager in it? He should be, but unfortunately, I don't know. There just needs more time. More time has to pass before he will be willing, and probably a different front office needs to be involved before Kyle Seager is willing to join the Mariners Hall of Fame.
Sucks that Seawald might not be able to, given the 3-year tenure, needs to come back for 2 more. That's like the years thing definitely like impacts it. Raul, I'm surprised he's not in it.
Yeah. Would Randy Johnson give Ichiro's number? Oh, you mean to be retired? That's the hard part, and that's why I think that with the number retirement for number 51, nobody will ever wear it again in Mariners history.
Anyone that tries to, it's like, okay, nice try, buddy.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, for the Mariners to retire that number, they probably have to retire it in the name of both Ichiro and Randy. But honestly, I think at this point, I would assume that Randy's okay with just giving it to Ichiro.
I mean, he went into the regular baseball Hall of Fame as, what, a Diamondback? Yeah, so, like, not to say that he doesn't maybe appreciate or have, some sort of fondness over his time in Seattle. Spent 10 years. Like, Ichiro, 14 years. Like, what number do I associate more with Mariners? Like, what player? I'm associating 51 with Ichiro 9 times out of 10. Is that my age? Is that, like, the era of baseball that I watched? Probably. Like, I think there's probably a case for both. I think retiring it as both does make sense. If it's one or the other, I would lean Ichiro, but...
Well, I just think that Randy specifically has... I don't necessarily know what the situation is, but it seems like he has distanced himself from the Seattle Mariners. When it comes to like Hall of Fame inductions and whatnot for all the like the Mariners players or whoever that comes and joins the Mariners Hall of Fame, he's never there.
Sure.
Like everyone else shows up, Randy doesn't. And obviously he's in the Mariners Hall of Fame, but it's like he doesn't show up to those things. He's just so disjointed from the Seattle Mariners at this point. I don't necessarily think that like that's why I think he'd be okay with it.
Yeah, I don't think there'd be any qualms. I saw Mike Cameron. He only had 4 years with Seattle, so he is ineligible based around the year requirements, which, unfortunate. I think he definitely could have been a guy that, he was an all-star in 2001, part of that 116-win team. Could have been a guy if he'd spent 1 more year.
Mm-hmm. That's why they signed Cruz to the 1-day contract.
Mm-hmm.
Because they signed him to that 1-day contract at the start of the year, that made him eligible to join the Mariners Hall of Fame. So you were invited to a suite for Saturday's game. Will I be able to get the giveaway? Usually, Yesenia, if you're in a suite, they have the giveaway for everybody. What is the giveaway on Saturday? I don't even know. But they give the giveaway to everybody that's in the suites and in the terrace level. I'm going to Cooperstown for the tournament. What should I do? There's a tournament in Cooperstown, huh?
I'm not.
Joe, what did we like about Cooperstown? Obviously, the Hall of Fame was sick. Give yourself the whole day. Like, if you have a whole day, give yourself a whole day to go in there and just explore Cooperstown. Really get to really take your time through the Hall of Fame because there's so much to see, so much. Like it's not just the plaques on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's artifacts and stuff.
I mean, I think
there's like a whole actual museum.
the bat that Cameron used for the 4 home runs is there. It's an Edgar Martinez bat. Like you can find that there as far as part of like some of the exhibits in there. I mean, the big thing is obviously just walking through Cooperstown, just taking it all in, because like you are in, like you can feel. I don't want to use aura because that's not the right word, but like there's like something about the air
There's
in there.
History.
Yeah, like that's just like what you're there for is like, okay, this is like this is the place as far as like baseball history is concerned. In and around like the area, I mean, it's like almost like a near like LA. Like think about like LA with like the star like Walk of Fame, whatever. There's a bunch of little things on the side of the street like you can go into, like little shops and like food places and stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, I bought some glasses there, then I stepped on them I think a week and a half later. So
yeah, you did.
Jeff, it was dumb luck that won us this game. A win is a win, Jeff. Appreciate your $2, buddy.
Don't care how you win. Let's be positive about a Mariners win, huh, guys? Let's be positive about it. The Trident sub shirt, thanks. Oh yeah, got you, Yesenia. I forgot about that.
I looked it up.
Yeah,
it just says first 15,000 fans. I'd assume like wherever you enter, if there's like a specific entrance for suites, which there probably is, they're gonna have stuff like set aside.
Yes, Yesenia. That's a good point, Joe. Make sure you go in through the suite level entrance, which is at the top of the Mariners garage. Because if you go in through a regular entrance, they're not gonna. They don't know you're in the suite, so they're not gonna save you a giveaway. Make sure you go. I believe it's the 6th floor of the Mariners garage. Go in through that entrance, and they should have them all set aside for you.
6th floor. I thought you were saying like the 6th level. I'm like, we're not Toronto. There's no 5th level like there is in Toronto. Yeah. Then I remembered parking garages exist.
Yep. You ever seen a parking garage before?
Never in my life.
You were in one last week.
Chat summary says we're discussing Corey Seager being in the Mariners Hall of Fame. The chat summary in 2030 looking back on this like, wait a minute. How did they predict that?
No.
How old is Corey Seager?
With how long his contract is with the
we'll trade for him and they'll pay it half down. He's 30. I mean, trade for him this offseason. He'll play till he's 36, and then Corey and Kyle will be inducted into the Mariners Hall of Fame. How about that? Never would happen, but
there's a trash can right next to the 2017 World Series cabinet. Man.
I wonder who did that.
See, when Joe and I went to Cooperstown, this was prior to that scandal being found out.
Yeah.
So there was a very short door, and I tweeted a picture of Joe standing next to it saying, "They already have the area ready for you, Jose Altuve," or something like that, where they're gonna put your stuff. And then come to find out, everything after that.
Because they had the Sports Illustrated like magazine in there or whatever, predicting like the Astros' rise to power, basically. What were you gonna ask?
Is Yesenia gone? Because I feel like she probably didn't hear us say that, and now I feel bad.
I mean, you said it pretty fast.
I hope so.
Otherwise, I said it relatively fast in response to her saying it's a Trident sub shirt, so we'll see. But
we'll see what happens.
Sanja for Hall of Fame facts.
I mean, you don't have to park in there, Malachi. You can still walk in there even if you don't park in there. So why does Kyle Seager hate Mariners ownership? I mean, besides the obvious, I mean, it's basically the obvious.
It is what it is.
He's also not a fan of the front office because when they traded Kendall Graveman, he was pretty upset about that and basically tried to stage a coup against the entire Mariners front office. It was this whole thing. It was bad. Like his last couple of years with the Mariners, he was a dick. But dude, 10 from Jeffrey. Here's my question. At what point does Julio Rodriguez stop getting the benefit of the doubt he's never earned? Only consistent thing about him is how bad he bats for one whole half of the year.
Jeffrey, appreciate your 10.
More negativity from Jeffrey, chat. Everyone give him a round of applause. Still here for okay, good, Yesenia. Thank you. All right, Felipe, let's not. To answer your question, Jeffrey, he's the heart and soul of this baseball team. And he has put together 2 very good years on a baseball field. This year has not happened yet. So, yep.
Based Jeffrey. Unbelievable user error. So I'm looking at his career first half and second half splits. Do we consider Julio a second half player? Would you say,
Yeah.
like, the argument is Felipe, pause,
Felipe.
relax.
Hold on.
D-boy, what's up, dog?
Hang
OG
on.
D-boy right there. Felipe, you gotta pump the brakes, my guy.
I timed out Felipe for 1 minute. Felipe, you're in timeout right now, okay?
Go to bonk horny jail.
You're horny on Maine right now, okay?
Just hilarious. I imagine. Wait, pause. They have the same last name. What if? Now, what if they?
Oh
No. But what if they're already together?
Oh,
And he's just doing that to be funny. Regardless,
Yesenia.
we have no idea. Julio in the first half in his career has played in 275 games. Has taken 1,085 at bats. His slash line across those is 264, 322, with a 418 slug and a 740 OPS. It's not.
That's the first half.
That's first half. It's not great. I'd say that's okay. That's decent. As far as, like, I mean, you look at the Mariners team right now. Who's going to lead the team in OPS? Like, sure, Robles is probably up there. There's Jeff's 10 on
Justin
stream.
Turner.
Sure, Turner, Cal, Randy. But, like, they're not going to be that much higher, I'd say, than 740. Should we have more prolific bats than that? Yeah. And in the second half, Julio turns it up to... We are.
Okay, good call, Joe. Good call. Yesenia. No, Felipe, I'm sorry. I just didn't want him being all weird in chat.
That was so funny.
Yesenia, I'm sorry. Tell Felipe I'm sorry. I only timed him out for a minute. Tell him I feel bad. I just wanted to make sure he wasn't being weird in chat. So
That's actually hilarious. So in the second half, Julio, 112 games, 464 at-bats, a 302 batting average with a 358 on base, a 573 slug, and a 932 OPS. Completely just turns up the power. Just turns the power to 11 or whatever the dial, however much, you can turn it past 10. Like, yes, there's a big power, like, vacuum in the first half. I don't think those first half numbers are bad. Are they better in the second half? Yes. Do they level up to being a good player to great player? Yes. Has he been a superstar for about, you're talking about, like, pockets of times where he's been great? Yes. You need him to be more consistent. I don't think it's necessarily to the point of, like, has he earned, like, the benefit of the doubt? I mean, he's still, like, 23. Sure, yeah. There's guys that have done it at that age. I don't think he's done growing as a player, though.
Yeah, there's plenty of time for Julio to turn into what we all think he could be, and we've obviously seen flashes of what this guy is capable of. And I think that he's here for the long haul. So, what choice do we have other than to just say, hey, we're behind this guy all the way? What choice do we have? Because he's not going anywhere. So I think that you look at Julio, he gets all the benefit of the doubt in the world until it's, until it's too late and it's over for him. And, okay, so he got hurt. He had a rough start of the year, but you saw right before he got hurt, he'd been playing some really good baseball right before he got hurt. And he's had flashes of it even this year of the guy that we have seen in the past few years. When Julio's going right, he can put the team on his back for a month at a time at least.
I mean, we saw what he did in August.
Yeah.
Like, without him going nuclear in August, they don't set the win total for a month last year. Could you have used some of it in September? Sure. You can make that argument about anything. Could he have played better at that point? Sure. But, like, without him in August, you don't get anywhere either. I think it was Hawk asked it first, where does JP bat when he's back? And then America Stuff kind of reiterated it, and I'm seeing some Robles in the chat. I think Robles is still your leadoff hitter until if his, I'd say, slow stretch continues, which it seems like he's slowed down a little bit. He almost had an infield hit today. I was surprised he didn't leg it out. It's a good play by McKinstry. Yeah, definitely he's not running at full speed for sure. I'd say he's probably still your leadoff hitter until he goes to like an 0 for 16 stretch, basically. And then whenever JP's back, he can be batting in like 7 through 9. And if Robles struggles, then JP goes back to the top. So
right. Yeah, because even though JP hasn't put together good numbers, he puts together good at bats. Mm-hmm. Like, he puts together some of the best at bats in all of baseball. That's been noted by plenty of people outside of the Mariners sphere. He puts together really good at bats, even if the results haven't necessarily been there for him. He puts together good at bats, makes the pitcher work, and in my opinion, after the first inning, it doesn't necessarily matter. Like, it's don't get me wrong, whoever's hitting first gets the most at bats on the team. So you want it to be a guy who puts together good at bats. JP makes sense, but I agree with you until something either Robles cools way off or JP just starts hitting the cover off the ball. I think that he bats 9. Well, Lara, what's up, man? How's being bald?
I'm getting back to my not just mustache, so yeah. I'm feeling a little bit better about my facial hair. What's up, Walero?
Dude, I was camping for a week, so I didn't shave, like trim my neck, and that was the very first thing I did when I got home today. It was so itchy, dude.
Dude, Yesenia subscribed. we lost Felipe in the process, but we gained Yesenia.
You know what? We got the better half, Felipe.
Whoa.
We got the better half.
Relax.
If Polanco and Mitchie get going Polanco's been going pretty well for a while. He's had it rough for the last week or so.
I think he was 1 for 10 in this series.
Yeah,
I think. But prior to that, yes, he was looking good. He drew a pretty important walk.
Very important walk. Yeah, massive walk after Cal put together a pretty bad at bat.
And then Turner did the same thing.
Yeah, those two at bats made me want to die.
Yeah, they weren't my favorite. Predictable, but not my favorite.
I was convinced Cal was going deep.
And one of those pitches he took, he should have absolutely hammered, bro. Oh my god. The first
one was 97 right down the PP. And he was just like, oh.
Yeah, he should have absolutely sent that through the windows of the Hit It Here Cafe.
Yeah. We love Darren McCacken. That's true.
That's
pretty true.
Yeah, it's true. That's pretty true.
How did I not have notifications on? Do you now, Supersonic? Let's go.
Dude, shout out Supersonic for the Noti gang. Jordan, appreciate it.
The Tigers feels bad, man. Well,
it's okay, Jeff.
Series versus the Phillies. Best team in baseball by right? Most wins in baseball, the Phillies?
I think the Yankees have technically.
Is that true? Is that a true statement that you're speaking currently?
So, as of yesterday, I think the Yankees had it, but now the Phillies took it back because they beat the Diamondbacks today. Yeah, 69. Right. Nice.
69. Nice.
Hell yeah.
I need these streams. We got you, Supersonic.
Stream Element needs to pipe down, little bro. Why is he yelling so much?
Do you think the right fielder would have caught it if he didn't dive? No, I don't think so. I think he had to dive if he wanted to catch that baseball.
I don't think he catches it if he doesn't dive. He keeps
it in front of him.
He probably knocks it down, keeps in front of him. If he bobbles, it's gonna be a short hop. It's gonna be a tough play, regardless. I'm just glad that he did dive. Ultimately, yeah. That's what I'm mainly happy about, is that he did dive.
Well, and that's the thing is we talked about it, right? Mariners tie the game there. Even if they don't win it in that inning, you go to Munoz in the 9th, you have a pretty good chance of winning that game still.
Or in the top of the 10th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, people who don't like baseball can go to heck. That's right. Saw Cal is at 24 home runs. What do you think he gets to by the end of the year? I think he'll break 30.
I hope so. I don't think he's going to set the record that they're putting on pace for him in the graphics, the most home runs by a catcher in his first 4 years or whatever. Piazza at 92 or 93 or something. He's an elite company as far as power hitting catchers are concerned. Does he? The thing with Cal is when he's hot, he can hit the ball out anywhere. So if he does get into that flow state, I guess, could I see him breaking that record? Sure, but it's gonna result in him hitting 9 or 10 more in the next 40 something games. He's gonna have to homer once every 4 games. It's unrealistic. I think he probably gets to 31, 32. I think he'll set his career high this year, which is 30, or was 30. What are you confused about?
User error? Anyway, why did they put in Hernandez in the 9th and not Thornton or Garcia?
Yeah.
Can you guys start making Hit It Here podcast episodes without editing out the bloopers? No.
Unfortunately
no,
not.
we can't. For multiple reasons. One, they'd get demonetized probably for some of the things we talk about.
Yeah.
Two, it's really bad for watch time because people be like, we're here for baseball information, not for the sillies.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we have the bloopers in the members only for the people that want to learn more about us, hear us talk, more naturally than we do necessarily for the podcast. The podcast also goes out on more than just YouTube, so there's other stipulations there. So, how do I become a member? Hawk for life. If you're on iPhone, you can't.
I'm trying to gift 5 free right now.
We still have that this month?
It's August. It's August, baby. Is Hawk feeling lucky?
You feeling lucky, Hawk?
Bloopers are amazing to watch. W, Jordan. W. I'm gifting 5 right now. I'm clicking it.
Come on, Hawk.
Let's see if Hawk gets lucky.
Give Hawk one. Okay, Seattle Chris.
Welcome back. Uh-oh. I don't see that your name didn't immediately turn green.
Lincoln. Lorenzo.
And Caden. Man, oh man. Yeah, if you're on desktop or have a computer, that's the easiest way to do it. Go on our like main channel page. There should be a join button. $2.99 a month. You get a video a week. And we haven't done a members only live stream, but during the off season, that's definitely something that can happen.
Yeah, we definitely have, like, Joe and I have talked about it. It's more off-season stuff, about other stuff we can add for members, especially even like in the podcast. I think makes sense to add some stuff, but we'll talk more about that later, like as we get closer to the off-season. $5 from Jeffrey here. Beating the Phillies and getting dumpstered by the Tigers is like playing 5 minutes in heaven at a party and let the lights turn on and it's your sister. Jeff, if I was playing 5 minutes in heaven and the lights turned on and it was your sister, would I be mad? Let me know.
That's a crazy sentence.
Appreciate the 5, Jeff. I don't necessarily know if it's quite like that, but all right.
Yeah.
30%, 30%.
Wilero Hernandez already got DFA'd today in place of Edward Bizardo. So doesn't matter if you like his Arsenal. He's probably, you're not liking his Arsenal. I see. Yeah, no, he's probably toast. I doubt he stays. So Trup.
With his third super chat, was there tonight. My oh my, was it boring ball until it wasn't, dude. I heard that the vibes were immaculate when that Mitch Haniger hit that baseball, and it looked like it too. I mean, I was screaming in my house. Can we get to 69 likes and K Kinney will drop another 5 gifty? What are we at?
That's K Kinney the GOAT right there.
That's K Kinney the GOAT. Chat, like the stream right now. We need
how many do we need?
28 likes. Math is hard for me.
Here, let me go hook it up. I'll like on my personal.
Let's go. Like the stream, chat. K Kinney's gonna drop 5. You hear that? Then Hawk might get lucky again. Well, for the first time.
Yeah, for the first time.
My queen, K Kinney. You heard it here first. That's Deidara's queen right there.
Deidara, why you gotta say the second part though, dog? Why you gotta make it weird?
Yeah.
Make it happen. Facts, Jay.
Yesterday's bullpen move gets me on the fire Scott train. Yeah, I mean,
it wasn't good.
It wasn't good. I mean, we're up to 64 likes, chat. Wait, we haven't liked it. There we go. 65.
There we go.
66, chat. Let's go.
Dorian's pissed, by the way. I can't believe Deidara would do Dorian so dirty like that.
What happened?
Basically, Deidara is seemingly cheating on Dorian in chat with K Kinney. Is my assumption based around him calling him a pig. We're over, so.
Oh, that's tough, dude.
Big tough, dude. Big tough. We know, Deidara. We know. Ian with the smooches, bro. Me as the profile picture. Feeling good. 7 months as a member, dog. 7 months. Appreciate that, dude. Bizardo's the savior we needed. Relax. True. Mariners are 1-0 in the August Bizardo era of 2024. Just saying.
Can we talk about Bet Online? Bet Online, chat.
Bet Online.
Where you can bet while you're online.
You sure can.
Chat, you guys
71.
missed it. We went to 71.
I mean,
That's not
here.
69.
I'll go unlike it on mine.
Yeah, I'll unlike it here. Single hit me up.
Dorian, no, you're not. You told me at the game that you're literally not. There we go. K Kenny with the 5. Brandon, Cadillacs, Michael, Mark, and
no!
Is it Sakira or Sasira? I can't remember. They've been a member before. The last one, Sasira or Sakira? I can't remember.
Rip Hawk, dude.
Hawk for life is unlucky. Hawk, you might be August's dumb Lego guy of June or July, whenever that was. Just unlucky. The entire month. Could not get a gifted.
Yeah. Appreciate it, K Kenny. Appreciate the love. That's our queen, chat. Everyone give it up for our... That's Stadara's queen. You're right.
Yeah.
Great walk off, but honestly, rough 8.5 innings. Yeah, I mean, hey, well, win's a win, but yeah, it was rough.
This is... Both Mitches, I'd say, have delivered on painful games walk-off. Like Garver with the home run against the Braves. Mitch tonight. Like, both of those were very, very painful, just boring, offensive games. Dorian with $1.99. It's popping up on screen now. Single HMU. Relax.
I responded to that.
I did see that. Brandon, you should get that checked out.
What's going on, Brandon? Hello?
Brandon
Your first
Peck.
gifted sub, you're so happy? Let's go, Seattle Chris.
Brandon Peck. Canzone's not playing tomorrow because you got 2 lefties on the mound to start the Mets series. Quintana and Sean Manaea. I doubt Canzone will start. If anything, he'll start maybe in the final game against Luis Severino. But yeah, 2 lefties on the mound does not bode well for a Canzone start for Friday.
Yeah. I mean, I do kind of wish that he would have gotten into the game today because he was playing really well down in AAA.
Hit bombs.
But, yeah, he was crushing it down in AAA, but yeah.
Michael, where have you been the entire season, dog? Where have you been since Christmas? Just realized we have 2 Mitches. Unbelievable.
He might pinch hit for somebody. He might.
He will.
I mean, they got righties in there. Edwin Diaz comes up. He'll pinch hit him, and he'll go down on 3 straight fastballs.
I mean, that's a tough ask.
Yeah.
Get injured, go on the injured list, go down to Tacoma, hit, pinch hit against Edwin Diaz? Sure.
Were you all freaking out about Justin Turner's hand? A little bit, honestly. I mean, I was pretty worried.
The problem is like, if he goes down, then we're just stuck in the loop of, okay, is Tyler Locklear ready? No. Okay, Jason Vossler, are you ready? Oh no. Okay, Luke Rayleigh, you're the everyday first baseman. It's just like, that hasn't gone super well defensively. I mean, he's made some good plays to his right and, getting the ball to the pitcher when he's running over. I'll commend him on that today, but there have been some other ones where it just hasn't looked super sharp.
Standing ovation for Stanek tomorrow.
And Winker. Sourville with the double down on former Mariners there.
Not Edwin Diaz, though.
No, of course not.
Nope. Or Robinson Cano.
Oh. No. Still hitting above 400 in the Mexican League, right? Probably. We should bring him back.
Probably. Any Julio update today? No, Walero. If I had to guess, I don't think Julio is back until probably another week and a half or so, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
As for JP, I assume he doesn't come back until the end of this month, if I had to guess. But Winker hitting 3 bombs this series. Let's make it happen. What else?
Miss Ryan Stanek yet? I mean, no. Not necessarily. Should we call up Luis Arias? I mean, if someone gets hurt, I don't see why not.
Yeah. I like if let's say before JP comes back, let's say like Ryan Bliss gets hurt or Leo Rivas gets hurt, I think it makes sense to then bring him up in that spot. Ideally, obviously, it's not, either.
He shouldn't be starting a bunch.
Or Rojas, yeah. You guys worried at all about how Scott pinch hits based off lefty or right-handed pitchers? So he plays the matchup instead of going hot hand. Yes and no. I mean,
The Luke Rayleigh bomb off a lefty today is very, very poetic. I will say that.
like, yeah, I think that I don't know. I've gone back and forth with it because sometimes it does make sense. Because like you get a guy like I don't know, you get a guy like let's say Garver. Let's say he goes on a hot stretch, and you got a righty coming in, and you have Luke Rayleigh on your bench.
You pinch hitting Luke
Like,
Rayleigh there every time.
Right, exactly. Because
unless
Garver's
you don't have
still been bad this season.
Yeah.
So.
I think, I mean, with two lefties in the lineup or two lefties on the mound against you, he'll start one of the games at least. Probably not catching, maybe DH. Maybe he'll catch one of them. I don't know. I don't think is Kirby slated to go? No, because he pitched yesterday, so he won't factor into the Mets series at all. But Garver will get a DH day, at least one of Friday or Saturday. And against the lefty, I mean, it's the best way to get him going. I mean, got to hit off Scooble, got to hit tonight. So if there's ever a time to get him going, now would be it. It's just whether or not that happens.
Yeah. Ben Gamble is standing. Oh, I'm in. Yeah, I think I agree with that. Mitch Garver, I wouldn't be shocked if he starts both games because he's been relatively decent versus left-handed pitching. So, yeah, I did hear about that Steamboat. The whole thing. There was a lot going on there. What a time for Justin Turner, man. Like honestly, what a time for him.
Pigeon Boys, of course, happy to bring the streams, dog. Had blood draw today. You guys are making it better? Well.
Oh, baby.
That's my nightmare.
As someone who has had their blood drawn a lot, I know it's not a fun time. So, given Luis Torrens.
True.
Yes.
Dude, if I was there, would I pay attention enough to maybe give a standing O? Probably not. But I'd like to imagine that I would.
When is JP coming back? D-Boy, what's up, man? Hey. I would say probably
3 weeks now?
End of this month, yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
maybe
happy
September.
late birthday, D-Boy. Happy late birthday, man. What day was your birthday? Sunday? Something like that. Rob Whalen was him. Rob Whalen. God, I had such high hopes for that guy.
Higher than who was the guy that we talked about at the end of the podcast like 2 weeks ago? I can't remember.
The guy we talked about at the end of the podcast a few weeks ago.
That's so obscure.
That is so obscure.
Mariners top 30 prospects. Oh, God. Let me go find it.
All right. Well, while you're doing that. Turner's great addition to this team. Love the Seattle shout out. Yeah, no, I think Turner's been a great guy so far. I've enjoyed him quite a bit. We need you guys to IRL baseball content on a new channel. It's kind of hard when a certain somebody lives a billion miles away.
We'll be fat, we got ice, and we'll call ourselves We Got Thighs. How about that? How's that for you?
Can you mute Manny?
Nick Neidert.
Well, I was higher on Nick Neidert
than Rob Whalen.
Yeah, Whalen. Although Whalen's the only one that actually did pitch for the Mariners at one point. So, Kendrys Morales, hell yeah. Where would Dom Canzone be placed in the lineup? Because, Steamboat, I don't think he's going to start every day. So,
if you were to hit, I think 7th probably makes sense. With 8 and 9 probably being Dylan Moore and Josh Rojas, or a combination of like Moore, Rojas, Bliss at the bottom there. If I had to guess, and then Canzone would be batting 7th if I had to place it there.
We eat ice.
That's actually hilarious. We eat ice. God, if we did, we'd probably be skinnier if we only ate ice.
If we just ate ice. Yeah, that's true.
We eat ice parentheses cream. How about that? We eat ice cream. Something like that.
True, we do.
Actually, I would not want to record videos with you after you eat dairy. I don't want to do that.
That is a good point, actually. Yeah,
it's going to be clearing your throat 24/7.
You know what I had before this? Ice cream.
And you know what? You know what?
Sucked my ass.
Well, so at some point earlier you were talking and it started sounding like you had a frog in there, and then you muted your mic and you cleared your throat. I heard it.
Didn't happen. Didn't happen.
Delete the VOD. Didn't happen.
Lucas Licky, yeah, I think that he just sign with the Mets. Didn't that happen?
Oh, Sour Vanilla's comment.
God.
That's actually hilarious, bro. Yeah, we're just some of the worst content creators. That's it. That is what it is, man. Hey, can't win them all.
Hey, you know what, chat? With that, I think we're gonna call it here, huh? 76 minutes.
That's the cherry on top.
We appreciate you guys coming out here. Basically, 200 people were out here for a while to come watch some of the worst content creators, the worst Mariners content creators. And we appreciate you guys suffering through, dealing with us for an hour, almost an hour and a half. You know, we appreciate all the love, all the subbies, all the gifties, all the donos. Absolute legends, chat.
Facts.
In your opinion, best hero in Mariners history, Griffey. Yeah, you suck. It's true, guys. Member soon, man. We look forward to a Hawk. We do. Best content creators. Goodbye for the last time ever, Felipe. We got Yesenia in the divorce. All right. But we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Thanks for all the love, guys. Hopefully the Mariners can keep it going versus the Mets tomorrow and over the weekend. Smooches, bros.
Smooches, bros. Members video about to go live to members right now. So keep your eyes peeled. Okay. Bye, guys.
Wait, post the link, dude. Post the link.
No.
And then because then the people.
I don't know how I don't know how we can do that. I'm not prepared for this, dude.
But then the people that like aren't members, they can click on it, maybe become members off that. So then maybe Hawk can do it that way.
Oh God.
You see, Joe doesn't think things through.
Well, because it's a members video. Like, why would I do
that? Yeah, but they can still find it.
Oh, I guess that's true. All right, here we go. Now we're giving Lucario what he wants here.
I'm doing this in spite of Lucario. Hey, chat, go click that link and watch it, or else. Oh my
Kevin.
God! See,
at the buzzer,
where Mitch tells Julio and Randy that he's the new sheriff in town. And then he need to make him a barbecue sandwich. See? At the buzzer, Kevin comes in. What a legend. All right, who do you want to be?
Can I be Julio and Randy?
Randy?
So you're going to be Mitch.
Randleo?
Yeah, I'll be Randleo.
All right. Hey, guys. It's me, Mitch. Hey, I'm the new sheriff in town. You see that walk-off? Yeah, you guys could have done. You look stupid, Joe. Randleo.
I feel like I look pretty good there. Dorian with the $1.99 balls.
Sheriff Haniger. Hawk 2.
Okay, we got to stop it now.
Hopefully that was best. Oh my God.
Relax.
Hopefully that was good, Kevin. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully it did the job. All right.
Forgot the barbecue sandwich part?
Shit. Hold on. Oh, right. Sorry. Hey, Randleo. Need you to make me a barbecue sandwich stat. Because I'm the new sheriff in town. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, I just looked at you looking stupid over there.
Yeah, that's me looking stupid, so.
All right, smooches, bros.